Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Stuff I've Bought. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about these Aomai single jet butane flint torch lighters. It's a mouthful to say, but they're pretty cool, so stay tuned. I ordered 3 of them because I wanted to see what they felt like in person, and I've got 3 different colors. And I'm quite glad I did because there are differences between them. We'll get into that a bit later, but without further delay, let's start talking about the features. Starting from the bottom, we can see the filler hole as well as the adjustment for the fuel nozzle. And there is a Phillips head screw, which I believe would be to replace the flint later on. Could be wrong. Moving around to the side, we have our Aomai logo here, just pretty subtle on the flat edge. On the other edge, there's nothing. If we look at the spine, there is the fuel window, so we can see how much we got left. The on-off switch to turn the gas on. Moving around to the top, there is a metal trim piece, kind of a polished metal going around the top with the flint ignition system and the single jet torch inside. The differences between the 3 lighters is material, believe it or not. Typically I've found that when you buy cheap things like this and they offer in different colors, it's just a different colored plastic. But in this case, our silver one here, my favorite, it has kind of a brushed metal finish to it, and I think this will hold up best over time. Looking at the red one, it has kind of a rubberized finish to it. It's a nice soft touch material. I like it now, but I have a feeling that this is going to wear off over time because it's probably just sprayed on top. We can kind of see it at the edges already peeling off a little bit. Not sure if the camera will pick it up, but it's there. Moving on to the black one here, it has a kind of a plasticky finish, and it has a gold trim piece at the top and a gold on-off switch. Now, this one looks really nice in pictures, but I have a feeling that this is going to pick up scratches the most, as well as just holding it in my hands, I can see that it's picking up the most fingerprints. So aesthetically, it's really beautiful, but unfortunately, in a practical use, it's not something that I would go with. So I've been fiddling with them for about a week, and there's a few things that I really like about it, and a few things that I don't like so much. So, first of all, I love the design. Turning the gas on and hitting the flint is just a really smooth and slick process, and it feels really good when you do it. For example, if I just pop both of them at the same time, light them, they both come on, easy. Adjusting the flame on these, it can be done. It gets pretty big. I don't recommend maxing it out because I haven't really found a max to it. It'll just keep going higher and using more fuel. I mean, let's just see how it looks. The on-off switch is a really nice feature, and it's great if you don't want to be holding down the trigger all the time, but it's a bit dangerous if you're clumsy or you forget to turn it off and you set it down, or you lay it down on the side and the jet's still coming out. It's gonna light some stuff on fire, so be careful if you pick one up. The aesthetic is something that I find really nice. It's just a really slim, elegant design, and it'll fit in with basically any type of decor or however other everyday carry equipment that you have. It'll fit in. I do like that they're cheap enough that you could consider them disposable. Reading a few reviews online, I haven't really heard of too many having catastrophic failures. Typically, most people are really happy with them. All 3 that I've got are functioning identically right now, but only time will tell how long they really last. Some things that I don't like about them is that the on-off switch is kind of cheap feeling. We can see that there's a fairly large track for the on-off switch to go up and down, but at the on position, it's only about halfway up. There's a lot more articulation that could be there, and I really wish that there was more articulation because that would just make it feel really nice. The capacity is quite low, and I've been using the red one a lot, pretty much the same amount as I've been using this guy, my triple torch. Unfortunately, that means that this does seem like it's going through fuel pretty fast, but it's just because it has a small tank size. I wish the flame adjustment was a bit easier to turn. See, like this triple, I have a big dial on the bottom that we could just turn to the left or right, and it's really easy. For this guy, the adjustment is at the bottom, and it's kind of it has a slot for a flathead, but you could kind of stick your fingernail in it if it's long enough. I'm just about to cut my nails, so I do like to keep them kind of short. If you don't have the right size screwdriver around, it can be a bit difficult to adjust on the fly, and I just wish it were a bit easier to get at. I do recommend picking up one of these if you like to go camping a lot, or if you use a butane vaporizer, or if you just want to have a cool lighter kicking around so you could whip it out when you got some friends around to light some candles or stuff like that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment on what you liked about it, or leave a comment on what you think I should pick up next. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and be sure to subscribe. Talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye now.